HOAD has been packing up. He's in his gallery, and two people have come in. He thinks they're students, a boy and a girl, and they've been asking particularly about a rug. He specialises in Chinese art and Chinese artefacts and things. And he's become very interested in this girl. Intrigued him in a particular way. She didn't behave in a normal kind of way. They went, and he understood from them that they were going to come back to discuss about the rug, but they didn't. When the couple hadn't returned at the end of the day following their visit, HOAD had taken the Chinese rug out of the gallery, rolled it up, and placed it in the storeroom. He told his partner that it was imperfect, and that he had to contact his supplier before he could set a new price. But he knew he wanted to prevent a sale in case the boy wanted to negotiate. The days were getting noticeably longer, but spring was late, and the temperature had, if anything, fallen a couple more degrees. One day, a few unseasonable flurries of snow could be seen beyond the glass. HOAD made the final arrangements for his next buying trip and was looking forward to spending some weeks where the air didn't make him gasp every time he left his front door. He'd already switched off the spotlights, collected his overcoat prior to leaving for the evening, and was writing a note to his assistant when the door opened and the girl was standing in the gallery, alone. Blood rushed through him, and he felt everything from the tip of his fingers to the end of each strand of hair fizz with energy. "Oh," she said in her quiet voice, "you're about to close." He let his coat slide to the floor behind the table. "Not at all," he said. "We don't close until 6 o'clock. Not caring that the discreet sign outside said 5:30. "We have," he revised his words, "you have nearly 35 minutes, at least." She walked a few steps into the room and stood motionless, looking at him from those disconcerting black eyes. She'd left the door open. HOAD could feel the freezing air around his feet. Once again the girl wore no coat, and he couldn't understand how she could bear to be outside in just a sweater. "Did you want to see the rug again?" he asked eventually. "No." "Because we still have it, if you were interested." "No." She shook her head slightly, and her hair glinted as the movement caused a ripple to move along its length. The palm of his hand tingled with the thought of it. All at once, she turned on her heel and walked towards the back of the gallery. HOAD sprang forward, shut the door, and toyed with locking it. Would have put up a close sign if they had one, then left it. He followed her to the display case. "Please, put the light on," she said. HOAD obliged. Immediately, the vase inside glowed, not with the green more usually associated with jade, but with a pale, milky translucence, and the structure of the cabinet could be seen faintly through the finer sections of the vessel. The girl stood apparently transfixed for almost a minute. They were standing so close that he could smell her shampoo, and the urge to touch her hair had almost overwhelmed him when she spoke again. "How much?" "It's not for sale." He took a step backwards. Why could people only see things in terms of what they were worth and not what they meant? Too many people came into the gallery with a view to obtaining a good investment that would languish the rest of the owner's life in some vault, or safe, unappreciated and unloved. "I'm pleased." The words completely disarmed HOAD. His anger evaporated like mist and curled away into the late afternoon. "Pleased?" "Yes, I'm glad it's not for sale. It means that's your favourite piece too." She paused. "And I'm glad it's nephrite. Traditional jade. It would be worth even more if it were jadeite." Their eyes met in the reflection of the display case. His heartbeat rose and rose until the thudding in his throat almost hurt. "Not to me." She paused and took a breath. "Tell me about the vase."
Great place to stop.